Hey there, wildlife enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the mesmerizing world of the black tiger, the rarest and most enigmatic feline on Earth. This isn't just any tiger. It's a creature so elusive it was once thought to be a myth, a shadow stalking the jungles of India. So, buckle up as we uncover the story of this majestic beast, sprinkled with some fascinating facts and my own thoughts on why it's a symbol of nature's wild creativity. Picture this. It's 1772, and India's lush jungles are alive with mystery. Villages hum with tales of a nocturnal deity, a massive, shadowy figure with glowing eyes that strikes fear into the hearts of locals. British sailors, skeptical of these ancient superstitions, learned the hard way when two were ambushed at night by a tiger unlike any other. Its fur? Jet black, blending seamlessly into the darkness. The locals believed this creature was a god, untouchable by hunters. And honestly, who can blame them? A tiger that looks like it was carved from the night itself feels like something divine. This wasn't just a one-off story. James Forbes, a British painter who traveled to India, captured this black tiger in a stunning watercolor that left people in awe back in the 18th century. His painting wasn't just art, it was proof of a creature so rare it seemed like a legend. But here's the kicker. For centuries, scientists dismissed these accounts. Why? Because black tigers weren't supposed to exist. Unlike leopards or jaguars, where melanism, a genetic quirk causing darker fur, is common, tigers with this trait were unheard of. The scientific community chalked it up to folklore or mistaken identity. Fast forward to the 20th century, and whispers of black tigers kept surfacing. Sightings popped up in India, Burma, China, and Vietnam, but without solid evidence, they remained ghost stories. Then in 1991, everything changed. Tourists in India's Baladagar region spotted a dark-furred tiger cub, followed by adult sightings in 93 and 96. Still no photos, no proof, just tantalizing rumors. But nature loves to surprise us, doesn't it? The breakthrough came in 2010 when a zoo in India announced the birth of 3 white tiger cubs with unusually thick black stripes, almost like they were dipped in ink. Tragically, 2 were killed by their mother, but the survivor hinted at something extraordinary. Melanism in tigers wasn't a myth. By 2012, the Similipal Tiger Reserve in India confirmed it. Adult tigers with semi-melanism were roaming their forests. These weren't fully black like Forbes' painting, but their stripes were so dense they looked like living shadows. In 2023, a viral video from Similipal, released on World Tiger Day, showcased one of these beauties, proving they're real and breathtaking. Here's a wild fact. Only 7 black tigers are estimated to exist today, all Bengal tigers in Similipal. That makes them rarer than pandas or snow leopards. Their melanism, caused by a genetic mutation, gives them a stealthy edge in dense forests, but it also makes them vulnerable. In 2023, one of these rare cats was killed in a territorial fight, a reminder of how fragile their existence is. Fun fact. This mutation is unique to Bengal tigers, similar to how white tigers are a rare variation of the same species. Nature's like an artist, painting these creatures with bold, unexpected strokes. So, why does the black tiger matter? To me, it's a symbol of nature's resilience and mystery. In a world where we think we've cataloged everything, this feline reminds us there's still magic out there, hidden in the jungles, waiting to be discovered. It's also a call to action. With only 7 left, conservation is critical. Efforts in Similipal have doubled the tiger population, showing what's possible when we protect our planet's wonders. What do you think about this shadowy emperor of the jungle? Have you heard any black tiger stories? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear. If this tale blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more wildlife adventures. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the wild. Stay curious and take care. Picture this. The early 1900s, the rugged foothills of the Himalayas in western Nepal. A shadow moves through the night, silent but deadly. Livestock vanishes, and whispers of a predator spread through a small village. At first, they suspect a snow leopard, but the carnage is too vast for one cat. Then, in broad daylight, a tigress is spotted dragging a goat down with chilling precision. This is no ordinary tiger. This is the Champavat tigress, a feline so cunning she'd soon become one of history's most notorious man-eaters, with a staggering 436 human lives claimed. This tigress wasn't just a hunter, she was a strategist. After a confrontation with villagers armed only with machetes and spears, she tasted human flesh. It was a turning point. Humans, she learned, were easier prey than goats or deer. Within months, entire families in the village mourned loved ones. Fear gripped the region, with doors bolted and lives upended. The Nepalese government sent soldiers to hunt her, but she slipped across the Sarda River into India, carrying her reign of terror with her. In India's Champavat region, she didn't just hunt, she studied. She watched villages, learned their routines, and struck with terrifying precision, often in daylight. Women and children, gathering firewood or fruit, were her easiest targets. She'd roam 20 miles between attacks, evading hunters with an almost supernatural intelligence. Locals gave her names. Some called her the Queen, awed by her dominance, others, the Demon, haunted by her shadow. British hunters, lured by the challenge, came and failed, outwitted by a creature who seemed to know the land better than they did. By 1907, her hunger seemed insatiable. Attacks escalated, sometimes daily, in places like the Kemawa district. Villagers locked themselves indoors for days, hearing her growls and claws at their doors. After a kill, she'd roar, a chilling victory cry echoing through the forests. It was as if she ruled the land, and in a way, she did. Did you know her behavior might have been triggered by a broken canine tooth, found later during an autopsy? This injury likely made hunting wild prey harder, pushing her toward humans. It's a stark reminder of how a single twist of fate can unleash chaos. Enter Jim Corbett, a seasoned hunter whose name would become legendary. In 1907, he arrived in Champavat, tracking the tigress after she killed a 16-year-old boy. Following a blood trail, he found the boy's body and narrowly escaped her ambush. Corbett, shaken but determined, rallied 300 villagers to encircle her. At noon, the Queen stepped into his sights and fell to his rifle. The reign of terror was over, but the story was just beginning. Corbett didn't just walk away. He transformed from hunter to storyteller, documenting the tigress's 436 victims, 200 in Nepal alone, in books that still captivate readers. But as he aged, regret set in. He learned that British colonial policies in India, starting in 1857, had disarmed villagers and encouraged human expansion into tiger habitats. Defenseless and encroaching on wild lands, people became easy prey. Corbett came to see the tigress not as a monster, but as a product of a broken system. He blamed colonial greed for turning tigers into man-eaters, a perspective that feels strikingly modern. Here's a wild fact. The Champavat tigress holds a grim record in the Guinness Book of World Records as the deadliest single animal, responsible for more human deaths than any other. Yet her story isn't just about horror, it's a mirror. Today, tigers face extinction, with only about 4,500 left in the wild, partly due to the rampant hunting of the 1900s. Her legacy asks us to rethink our relationship with nature. Are we invaders in their world, or can we coexist? So, what's the takeaway? The Champavat tigress was more than a killer, she was a force of nature shaped by human mistakes. Her intelligence, adaptability, and tragic end remind us that the line between predator and prey is thinner than we think. Let's learn from her story, protect wildlife, respect their space, and maybe, just maybe, avoid creating the next man-eater. Have you ever heard of JBA Fofi, the monstrous giant spider of the Congo? It's not just some creepy crawler. It's a creature straight out of nightmares, a common spider turned into a monster that once struck fear into entire tribes and explorers in Central Africa. Imagine a spider big enough to prey on humans. Sounds insane, right? But that's exactly what many eyewitnesses have claimed. And it's not just an African legend. Stories and strange sightings of giant spiders have surfaced across the Americas too. Grieving families have even blamed the disappearance of loved ones on a giant, flesh-hungry spider. So the question lingers, is JBA Fofi just a chilling myth, or a terrifying reality hidden from us? Let's dive into this story. It all traces back to the 1890s in Congo. British hunters brought back eerie tales of gigantic spiders lurking in the dense jungle. But it wasn't until 1938 that Reginald and Margaret Lloyd, an adventurous couple, officially recorded a sighting. While driving through the thick jungle, a huge spider, about 1.5 meters across, emerged from the bushes. Shocked and terrified, they fled to the nearest village, only to be told by locals that what they saw was small compared to the real giants hidden deep in the forest. The indigenous Baka people even have a name for it, Chba fofi, meaning not so small spider. To them, these spiders were no myth. They lived underground, built vast webs up to 2 meters wide, and during foggy days or rainy seasons, they roamed the forest, hunting. Some victims never returned. Only shredded webs and trampled plants were left behind. Spurred by the Lloyd's account, cryptozoologists and hunters ventured into the Congo, desperate to find these monsters. One witness, George Eberhardt, recounted that the webs were so massive it looked as if they were made to catch humans, and locals confirmed that very fear. Curiously, Chba fofi wasn't just a horror of Africa. In 1948, in Louisiana, USA, churchgoers reported a spider the size of a small car crossing a dirt road after service. In 2008, explorers in Venezuela's rainforests spoke of spiders the size of medium-sized dogs. Even as recently as 2020, an enormous web over 1 meter wide was found during a Missouri conservation hike, right near the spot where a fisherman in 2013 claimed he saw a massive spider on the riverbank. Now, skeptics might scoff. But remember, the Goliath bird-eater, a real spider found in the Amazon, grows to 30 centimeters in leg span. If nature could make that, could it push the limits even further? Could a spider with a 2 or a 3 meter leg span be hiding somewhere remote, rare, and terrifying? Personally, I find the thought thrilling. Mysteries like Chba fofi remind us just how little we truly know about the hidden corners of our planet. What do you think? Could these legendary spiders be lurking out there even now? Stay curious, stay brave, and if you're wandering in dense jungle or deep forest, maybe look up. Number 10. Andalusian horse. The Andalusian, or Spanish purebred, is like the flamenco dancer of horses, graceful, powerful, and timeless. Hailing from the Iberian Peninsula, this ancient breed, dating back thousands of years, was a favorite of Spanish conquerors for its endurance, strength, and agility. With their flowing manes and robust yet elegant frames, standing 1.57 to 1.67 meters tall, they're a sight to behold. Historically, Andalusians charged into medieval battles and dazzled in bullfighting arenas. Today, they shine in dressage, show jumping, and even Hollywood, stealing scenes as Shadowfax in The Lord of the Rings. Fun fact, their poised movements inspired classical dressage, making them the aristocrats of the equine world. I can't help but think their regal vibe comes from centuries of carrying royalty. Don't you feel a bit more noble just watching them? Number 9. Akultek horse. Meet the Akultek, the golden horse from Turkmenistan's deserts. This ancient breed, possibly dating back to 300 BC, is a masterpiece of resilience, with a shimmering, metallic coat that catches the sun like liquid gold. Standing 1.50 to 1.63 meters, their slender, fox-like features and delicate bones belie their incredible endurance. Bred in harsh, arid conditions, they thrive on minimal food and water, making them the ultimate survivalists. Turkmen nomads cherish them as war horses for their speed and intelligence. Did you know their coat's sheen comes from a unique hair structure that refracts light? It's like they're born with built-in bling. I imagine riding one feels like gliding on a desert mirage, pure magic. Number 8. Gypsy Vanner horse. The Gypsy Vanner, also called Irish cob or tinker horse, is the cozy, family-friendly caravan puller of the equine world. Developed in the 20th century by British and Irish gypsies, these compact horses, 1.40 to 1.60 meters, were bred for strength, gentleness, and the ability to tow heavy loads. With their stocky bodies, powerful hindquarters, and feathered legs, they're like the teddy bears of horses. Their calm temperament makes them perfect for recreational riding, dressage, or carriage driving. Fun fact, their colorful coats, often piebald or skewbald, reflect the vibrant gypsy culture. I bet these horses have heard countless campfire stories. Don't they just seem like they'd listen with a wise nod? Number 7. Frisian horse. Straight out of a fairy tale, the Frisian from the Netherlands is the embodiment of drama with its glossy black coat and flowing mane. Dating back to Roman times, these robust horses, 1.5 to 1.7 meters, were war mounts, agricultural workers, and carriage horses. Their feathered legs and commanding presence make them unforgettable, especially in films like 300. Nearly extinct in the 20th century, their revival is a testament to their enduring appeal. Fun fact, Frisians are often called dancing horses for their high-stepping trot, a natural flair that wows in dressage. I can't shake the feeling they know they're stars. Those proud head tosses say it all. Number 6. Hanoverian horse. The Hanoverian, from Germany's Hanover region, is the Swiss Army knife of horses, versatile, reliable, and high-performing. Originally bred in the 18th century under King George II for labor and war, they've evolved into elite sport horses through crossbreeding with thoroughbreds and Arabians. Standing 1.5 to 1.75 meters, their strength and spirited temperament shine in dressage, show jumping, and eventing. Fun fact: Hanoverians have dominated Olympic equestrian events with their calm focus and athleticism. I think their secret is a perfect blend of discipline and zest, like an athlete who loves the game but never skips practice. Number 5. Clydesdale horse. Hailing from Scotland, the Clydesdale is the gentle giant of horses, bred in the 19th century for heavy agricultural and industrial work. Males stand 1.73 to 1.83 meters and can weigh up to 910 kilograms, yet their kind nature makes them crowd favorites. You've likely seen them as the Budweiser Clydesdales, parading with iconic charm. They also star in films like War Horse. Fun fact: their feathered legs, a trait from crossbreeding with Shire horses, give them that signature swagger. I picture them pulling plows by day and stealing the show at parades by night. Talk about work-life balance. Number 4. Percheron horse. From France's Perche province, the Percheron is a powerhouse with a heart of gold. These massive horses, 1.65 to 1.75 meters, up to 1,200 kilograms, were medieval war mounts before becoming global workhorses. Their calm, intelligent nature makes them ideal for plowing fields, hauling carts, or even recreational riding. Fun fact: Percherons were so vital to 19th century transport that they were imported worldwide, shaping industries from America to Australia. I love how they combine brute strength with a zen-like calm, proof you can be mighty and mellow. Number 3. Arabian horse. The Arabian, with over 3,000 years of history, is the desert poet of horses. Bred by Bedouins on the Arabian Peninsula, these horses, 1.50 to 1.60 meters, 364 to 450 kilograms, are built for endurance, thriving in extreme heat with minimal water. Their concave profiles, arched necks, and almond-shaped eyes exude elegance. Known for loyalty and spirit, they were prized war horses. Fun fact: their unique skeletal structure, one fewer vertebra and rib, gives them unmatched agility. I feel like Arabians carry the wisdom of ancient sands, galloping through time with stories to tell. Number 2. Thoroughbred horse. Thoroughbreds are the rock stars of the racetrack, born in 17th century England from Arabian, Turkish, and Persian stallions. Standing 1.60 to 1.70 meters, their speed and stamina, fueled by a high heart rate, make them unbeatable in races like the Kentucky Derby. Legends like Secretariat cemented their fame. Beyond racing, they've served as war mounts and enhanced other breeds. Fun fact: every thoroughbred traces back to 3 foundation sires, the Byerly Turk, Darley Arabian, and Godolphin Arabian. I think their fiery spirit mirrors the thrill of a race, pure, unbridled passion. Number 1. Mustang horse. Topping our list is the Mustang, the untamed spirit of the American West. Descended from Spanish horses brought by conquistadors in the 16th century, these wild horses, 1.4 to 1.5 meters, 350 to 500 kilograms, formed free-roaming herds. Their name, from the Spanish Mustango, ownerless, captures their fierce independence. Today, Mustangs excel in rodeos, endurance races, and ranch work, with some trained for dressage. Fun fact: the Ford Mustang's galloping logo embodies their freedom, inspiring a car that's a cultural icon. To me, Mustangs symbolize resilience, proof that a wild heart can thrive in any arena. Wow, what a lineup! These horses remind us of the beauty and strength that have galloped through history, from battlefields to racetracks to our screens. Which breed stole your heart? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep celebrating these incredible creatures. Hey there! Let's dive into the epic saga of Sekekama, Africa's mightiest lion, whose story roars louder than the winds across the Okavango Delta. This isn't just a tale of a lion, it's a gripping drama of power, betrayal, and legacy that could rival any blockbuster. National Geographic's Savage Kingdom captures every claw and snarl of Sekekama's reign over 4 gripping seasons, and I'm here to unpack it with some fresh insights and fascinating tidbits. Picture this: 2014, the untamed Okavango Delta in Botswana, a land of sprawling rivers and merciless droughts. Before Sekakama, this place was a hidden gem, its wildlife untold on the global stage. Enter Sekakama, a colossal lion with a physique that screamed dominance and a resolve forged in the harsh Kalahari Desert. Alongside his brother, Torn Nose, he set out to carve a kingdom. But Sekakama wasn't just about brawn. He was a strategist, a king with a vision to build a dynasty. Sekakama's rise was brutal yet calculated. He and Torn Nose scoped out two prides in the delta. The smaller one, led by a fierce lioness named Satu, ruled the north. Sekakama mated with Satu and her sister, but kept Satu for himself, relegating Torn Nose to the sidelines. Fun fact, lions like Sekakama often enforce strict mating hierarchies to ensure their genes dominate, a trait that makes them both revered and feared. But Satu, though a queen, didn't satisfy Sekakama's hunger for a stronger mate. His eyes soon locked on Matsumi, a formidable lioness from a larger southern pride. In a move that shocked even the savannah, Sekakama ousted the weak king, killed the pride's cubs, and crowned Matsumi his queen. This wasn't just conquest, it was a statement. Sekakama didn't merge the prides for unity. He abandoned Satu and her sister, leaving them pregnant and resentful in the north. In the southern swamp, Sekakama's rule was ironclad. The swamp, once a hyena stronghold, bowed to his might after he single-handedly decimated half their clan to protect his cubs. Did you know a lion's roar can be heard up to 5 miles away? Sekakama's must have echoed like thunder, warning all who dared challenge him. His pride grew, with Matsumi as his untouchable queen and a brood of cubs trained in a unique way, taken to hunts as spectators, then thrust among herbivores to weed out the weak. This ruthless upbringing ensured only the strongest survived, cementing a legacy of brute force and cunning. By 2016, Sekakama's pride boasted adolescent princes, including his favorites, born to Matsumi. He led them on hunts, teaching them to tackle massive prey. But power breeds envy, and Sekakama's strict control, especially over Matsumi, sparked rebellion. When one prince dared approach Matsumi, Sekakama snapped his spine without hesitation, a chilling reminder of his authority. Here's a thought. Sekakama's zero-tolerance policy mirrors the delicate balance of loyalty and fear that defines lion prides. Too much fear, and you sow the seeds of betrayal. Speaking of betrayal, Sekakama's secret affair with Matsumi's sister, hidden from the pride, added fuel to the fire. He integrated her and her cubs, but this only deepened the rift with his 3 favored princes. Enraged by his favoritism toward the new cubs, they plotted against him. Meanwhile, Satu, nursing a vendetta in the north, trained her own cubs, Sekakama's blood, to reclaim her crown. The Okavango was a powder keg, and Sekakama's own kin were lighting the fuse. The drought of that year pushed tensions to the breaking point. Sekakama's pride moved north, clashing with Satu's forces. Her cubs, now skilled hunters, tried to infiltrate, but Torn Nose and the princes held them off. Satu, ever the schemer, allied with nomadic lions and later with 2 lionesses exiled by Sekakama. Together, they formed a vengeful coalition. Did you know lionesses are often the backbone of pride politics? Satu's cunning shows how females can steer the course of power behind the scenes. The ultimate betrayal came from within. Sekakama's princes, denied mating rights, turned on him. In a skirmish, they wounded him, realizing he wasn't invincible. Though he spared them banishment, their ambition grew. Exiled eventually, they became the renegades, joining Satu's lionesses to form a rival pride. Their goal? To dethrone the king. But Sekakama was no ordinary lion. When the renegades challenged him, he crushed them, proving his dominance was unshaken. Enter Sikit, a young lion with no tail, perhaps a birth defect or battle scar, who became Sekakama's new favorite. Sikit inherited his father's strength and then some, learning to hunt buffalo solo. Banished for eyeing the pride's lionesses, Sikit ventured north, outsmarting his renegade brothers in a calculated ambush. By mid-2021, Sikit ruled the north, a worthy rival to his aging father. Here's a wild fact. Lions can live up to 14 years in the wild, but dominant males rarely hold power past 10 due to challenges from younger rivals. Sekakama, pushing that limit, was a testament to resilience. Sekakama's story isn't just about a lion, it's a mirror to human struggles, ambition, loyalty, and the cost of power. His legacy, built on strength and ruthlessness, teeters as Seagate waits in the wings. Will the mighty king fall, or will he defy time itself? One thing's clear. In the Okavango, only the strongest write history.